everyone. Well, the weekend is finally here, and guess what? Before you know it, it will be Monday again. Does the weekend go fast for you? It does for us. But anyhow, I had a question for you. The question is the word Q-U-E-U-E. How would you pronounce that? Again, it's Q-U-E-U-E. That'll be some fun. I will give the answer at the end. So, what I thought I'd talk about today is, I don't know. Sometimes I get like I don't know. I don't know what you want to hear. People are watching, but what do they want to hear? Let me know if you can think of some kind of table talk. So, what I was going to talk about today was Aldi's. Not sure if anyone will answer, because I asked a question about Olive Garden. I think I put that video up. Yeah, I did. It was under fun facts or something. Anyhow, tell me if you have an Aldi, or just press the like button if you have it, if you don't want to write anything. But if you have an Aldi, which, by the way, I think I talked about this before, the owners of Aldi and Trader Joe's, originally, I don't know now if they sold, but it used to be two brothers that opened it, and Trader Joe's would be like the more bougie kind of store, and Aldi's would be like, well, if you got Aldi's, you know what it's like. Much cheaper prices, but they have some similar things I've noticed at holidays, like Trader Joe's has these, it came out in fall. I haven't been to Trader Joe's in forever, I think. I don't even remember. But anyhow, they have these chocolates like, maybe it has like a turkey and pumpkin and whatever, a little pack. And I love watching people's hauls, and I was watching a haul, and they said they got it at Trader Joe. No, not Trader, at Aldi's, and it looked exactly the same and half the price. Well, not quite half, but you know, cheaper. But anyhow, do you have a Trader Joe's? If you have both, do you shop one over the other? Many questions. But will there be answers? That is yet to be seen. I seem to always be in this Halloween voice because I put a lot into October for some reason. I don't know why, because I don't even like Halloween, but no, I don't know, just what it was. But anyhow, so back to Aldi's. So if you have an Aldi's, if you don't, you'll wonder what it is, but I'll tell you a little about it. So Aldi's is a store that runs very low overhead. They put their stuff out like in the not containers, cardboard containers that they come in. They just stack them up. They don't have no bags. You have to buy the bags there. But where we live, I notice, like, I watch people's hauls, or they go to Target or wherever they go, and they have those plastic bags. We haven't had plastic bags here, and I don't know how long. It seems at least, well, it was before 2020, so 2019, 2018. No more plastic bags. So if you go to Aldi's, you either take it out in the cart and put it in your car, or you buy, they got all different choices of bags, from brown bags. There's no plastic because they're not allowed to have plastic here for some reason. Or the thicker kind, a little thicker, or then they got like the cooler bags. Cooler, like, keeps stuff cold. But back to the carts. Let's start with the carts. So if you have an Aldi's, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, so again, to save on overhead, you know how in the grocery stores the people go out and get the carts. You know, there's usually a cart tray, not cart tray, cart area, cart parking lot, let's call it, where you put the carts, or people don't. Anyhow, either way, the people helping hands is called in one store. I don't know, whatever they're called. The workers go out and bring the carts in. Well, for Aldi's to save money, because they hire the least amount of employees, I assume, to get by. And I don't know if it's Dollar Tree or Aldi's, but one of the stores I remember, I called, and they said, we don't, I thought they said they don't have a phone, but that can't be, but maybe it is, or they don't answer their phone. I don't remember which one it was, but anyhow, I don't think they would answer their phone, because again, it's overhead. But anyhow, so these carts, you go and you have to have a quarter to get one, because they're locked into each other. So as I'm talking about that, I'll veer off to something I saw. I guess there is a Aldi's quarter holder that you would put on your keychain. Never heard of that, ever. And I watch a lot of videos, you know, like with hauls, you know, not just grocery, any kind of, never heard of that, but I heard it on it somewhere on the internet. So apparently there's a little, it's a little leather, blah, blah, let's say that 3 times. Little leather, kind of almost diamond shaped, but rounded, with a little snap, and the snap is snap on onto a ring that you would like put on a keychain. And in there, I think it's like a pocket, so you'd put your little quarter there. So if you're going up to Aldi's and you're like, oh, I forgot my quarter, you don't have to go all the way back to your car. It's right on your keychain. So I don't know if that's what it's meant for, but that's what the person said it was. So anyhow, you go, you put your quarter in, and then you hopefully get a cart. I think you do, but you know, it could get jammed or something. You lose your quarter. I don't know. But the purpose of this is so people would return their carts to get their quarter back. Smart thinking, right? And since they started that way, people, you know, it's like they're trained. Because I was thinking, if they started doing this in grocery stores, you know, where you don't have to do that, would it go over? Doubt it. But anyhow, so then you put your quarter and get your cart, go in the store, where everything's like, looks like it came off a delivery truck, and start your shopping. I think they have a weekly ad, not sure. They used to keep it at the beginning, and whenever the last time I did an Aldi's haul, which seems long ago, I don't remember seeing an ad. Anyhow, so you go through the store, la-di-da-di-da, look at stuff. Now, me personally, I have never had any good luck with their produce. Everything I get is the next day bad. Now, I hear some people saying, oh, they just love it, they won't buy it anywhere else, and other people saying the same thing. Next day, it's bad. So I guess it depends where your Aldi's is, where you are. I mean, maybe if you're living in, well, I can't even imagine an Aldi's in Scottsdale, Arizona. That's where all the bougie people live. Well, I guess if you live in Arizona and you're bougie, you would live in Scottsdale. I'm sure they have other places where people who have lots of money live, but I lived in Arizona, so I know Scottsdale is for the bougie people. But I can't imagine they have Aldi's. I should have looked that up. Want to look it up and let me know? I don't know. Well, I don't know how, like, Aldi's, is it all through the U.S. or just certain places? So it'd be interesting if you want to answer if you have an Aldi's and where you live, the state. That'd be interesting. I like things like that, you know, like where there's Aldi's, and I don't know how to describe it, but I like that. So anyhow, so you do your grocery shopping, you go and you're usually like, oh, I forgot the bags in the car or worse at home. And I'm that person. I always keep them in the car, but yet I forget to bring them in. But anyhow, so you put your stuff up on the cart, and then, so they have how does it work with the carts? Man, it's been a while since I've been there. Oh yeah, so they have a cart next to them. So they put the stuff, they ring it up, put it in an empty cart, and then when they're done, you pay, and then you take the full cart with your stuff and you leave your cart there, and that's how they continue. I don't really know. What is the point of that? Oh, maybe people don't have carts. Well, then if they don't have a cart, how do they get a cart? That's interesting. Something for me to ponder, and if you'd like to too, right? So they must start the day with a cart at the register, and there's usually only one register open, at least in my Aldi's. So let's say they start the day, they have a cart. So someone comes in, and, nah, it's going to be too long. You can figure it out, I'll figure it out on my own. But anyhow, so then you go to your car, either with your stuff in your bags that you remembered, the bags that you bought, or a lot of people just have it in the cart. And I've seen a lot of people have these kind of like totes, plastic totes, like storage totes, where they put their food in. But wouldn't they be kind of heavy if they had cans? I'm sorry I burped if you heard that. I don't know where it came from, but it did. And if you didn't know, now you know. Anyhow, I think they would be heavy, but they put it in. I've seen some people who have like a van and they put their stuff and there's like a net that holds these little, they almost look like, you know, where milk jugs they put in a, I've seen those things at Staples. It's like where they put milk jugs. I don't know how to explain it. Anyhow, whatever way you get your groceries to the car. So after that, are you a person who, and they don't have a card station, are you a person who leaves your card there and says, oh, what the heck, it's only 25 cents? Or do you return it to get your 25 cents? Well, as you know, if you've been around long enough, I always like to help people, and I told my story about Christmas Eve and looking for a little guy to pay for his meal and all that, and obviously can't do that this year. But as much as I go to Aldi's, which isn't often because it's, farther away, but anyhow, I do bring my cart back, but I leave it like, where the carts are, and I just leave it for someone. That's my way of giving somebody a free cart, because as bad as things are, I'm sure people are worse off than me. So it makes me feel good, and I just leave the quarter. And that's what I do, and I've been doing that since Aldi's came to town. But put this question out there, so there's millions of questions. Maybe you'll answer one of them. So do you think if Trader Joe's started doing this, would they do it? Now, our Trader Joe's, they don't do it now, but prior to, when the world went sideways, they would have someone out there, like in the summertime or, nice weather. They would have the carts. Well, the carts are outside, but they would go and, here you go, here's a cart, because, that's the way they want the impression of Trader Joe's. But can you imagine if they did those carts at Trader Joe's? And our Trader Joe's is in a bougie part of town, a bougie town. So I don't think it would go over good. I could just hear some of those people. I'm not saying if you have money, you're that type of person, but the majority of people are that way. But anyhow, that'd be like a nice social experiment. I'm sure they won't do it because they don't want to lose their customers, but things to think about. I think a lot, if you know me, I think. So anyhow, just wondering, do you leave your quarter and let someone get it? And you don't have to say if you leave it where you shouldn't or you put it back where you should. I don't really care. I'm not here to judge, not my place. And do you remember bringing your bags, or just say the heck with it and buy other bags? Let me know. Or just put a like button if you even have an Aldi's. So for now, the way the way you say the word Q, now I forget how to spell Queue, Queue, I think. Well, whatever the spelling of the word was at the beginning, which you probably remembered, you pronounce it Q, just like the letter Q as in queen. So there you go. Did you guess it? If you did, let me know or hit the like button so I know. And then I'll wonder, is it for pronouncing the word or you have an Aldi's? It doesn't matter. Either way, I'll know you either have an Aldi's or you knew how to pronounce that word. So for now, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, share. Sharing is caring. Be kind to people you don't know what they're going through. Pay it forward if you can, like leaving your Aldi's card so someone can have a free card, and maybe they'll take your quarter, whatever. You would hope. I hope they pay it forward and leave it that way. But again, not my place to judge. People do what they do. And be the reason someone smiles today. Thanks for watching. Bye.